Yeah! We are back right now with a very talented man. Just got extended to 2016 over at the Mirage. He headlines each and every night, or I think most of the nights. But give it up for Terry Fator right here.
My name is Terry Fator. I am a ventriloquist. It all started when I was 10 years old. I went to my school library and I found a book by complete accident on ventriloquism. I've been performing that for over 20 years, and yet most of America still doesn't know who I am. This is my big break. What a night. Late December back in '63. What a very special time for me. I sent her right into the city. I'd make a lot of noise, cause the girls, they are so pretty. Sweet home Alabama, sweet home. Lord, I'm coming home to you had come. You know, sunshine, but she's gone. She's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away. You're the key to my peace of mind. You make me feel. You make me feel. Sweet dreams are made of this. Disagree. Travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something. At last, my love has come along. I started practicing ventriloquism when I was about 10 years old. I checked the book out of my school library on how to be a ventriloquist. And within just a couple of days, I was able to do it. I bought a little puppet. My mom helped me afford to buy a little puppet from Sears. And I knew by the time I was 11 that I was going to be a professional ventriloquist. That's my only dream. Yeah, yeah, at last. The main thing that people come to see my show for is to see me do impressions of singers through puppets. It was just an inspiration that I had one time. I realized that I can do impressions of singers. I also do ventriloquism. So I just blended the two together, and my life has never been the same. The thing is that I wasn't doing the show for the $1 million prize. I was doing it for the exposure,
Right.
you know, and it turned into just so much more with the Mirage
You can't
contract.
quantify the value of
No,
television.
Absolutely
You
not.
probably sold
No.
more than $1 million worth of tickets easily.
Oh, no doubt about it. Yes.
Many
So,
millions.
yeah.
That's just in one day.
Yeah.
And that's that's right. And that's all me. That's all I am.
You have been doing this. You have been doing this since you were 12 years old.
Are you talking to?
Right?
No, 10 actually.
10 years old, and he's been doing it since he was 12, right?
Yeah, I've been doing it my whole life, man.
And you used to play fairs, and basically parties, whatever you had to do to make ends
I
meet,
did,
right?
yeah. I was doing county fairs, and it was terrible because being a ventriloquist, they always assumed you were a kid's act, which I never was. And they would stick me next to the petting zoo or something, and there would be clowns running around. But I just kept honing my act. I said, you know, one of these days, if the right time comes, I want to be ready. So I had about 3 hours worth of material when I went on America's Got Talent. It wasn't what I was going to do, it was what I wasn't going to do. I had so many different things. And so Dougie actually was created for the Mirage because they wanted, for Felix,
Felix
yes.
asked for Felix Rappaport, my former president. He's a great guy. Love
Great guy.
Felix.
He is a great guy. Well, what I wanted to, you know, the show, I was doing shows for you know, first graders and for county fairs and stuff, and so I wanted to kind of put a little more edge to the act. So Dougie was one of those guys. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I definitely got an edge, but I know how to take that edge off. One of the things I love to do, anytime I bring my own sound guys now, but
Right.
I used to do shows, and I had a different sound person at every fair I did.
That must
so
have
I
been
would,
a nightmare.
Oh, it was a nightmare. But I would get up to the mic and I would go, one, hello, can you turn the echo off, and they would be like, you know, going crazy for that. So you can definitely play jokes.
So
with
I mean,
people.
in your own way as an artist, you're creating an illusion. You're
Exactly.
using misdirection. You're using you know, things that persuade people to believe in something that is inanimate.
Right, when you're throwing your voice, I mean, everything is coming out of you know, me. So I had this, there was this closet way over from, and I was doing a conversation with this person in the closet, and I was thinking, oh, that was a disaster, it just didn't work. But after the show, I noticed people going over and looking in the closet to see if somebody was in there,
That's
and
the
I
ultimate
realized it
illusion,
works.
the ultimate
It works.
compliment, right?
Because real good ventriloquists, the great ones, create great characters.
Yes.
And so it makes no difference if you're watching this. You know, Dougie would be fine on the radio because he is a full-fledged three-dimensional character.
Right.
So really, the true great ones can create three-dimensional characters. So it doesn't matter if you're watching him perform. Right. You know, if we're on the radio and he's like, "Woo, how you doing? Nice to talk to you." You know, everybody knows who he is.
Your lips are not moving.
Right.
But if you're on the radio, you don't. You could be and blah blah and
which is why Edgar Bergen's lips move so bad, because he did it for 40 years.
Right.
And he just got out of the habit. So
yes.
Myself and Jeff Dunham kind of put it back into the public sphere. People just have a negative view towards ventriloquism, and it's mostly because the ones most of us see are the ones that come to their church or entertain for parties, children's parties, and they have no aspiration to be a professional ventriloquist, so people just immediately assume that all ventriloquists are not professional.
Right.
And then you have people like your uncle or like Jeff Dunham or myself who raise it to a new level and make people realize it can be used as a valid form of entertainment for adults.
So speaking of Jeff, you know, like in the magic world, unfortunately, there's so much competition. Like, people talk trash about each other. It's kind of like, you know, back in the 80s, you know, East Coast, West Coast, you know. is like you and Jeff, are you guys tight, or is there like, you know, friction there, or?
You know, I don't think there's friction. We're not tight. We don't know each other. I met him once. Oh, no, I met him twice actually. When I was 10, I first started doing ventriloquism, and he was from Dallas as well. So I went and saw him do a local performance in Dallas, and I told him I was just starting, and he took me to a little workshop, and so it was a huge inspiration to me to get started. He does not remember that. I do. It was a big deal to me. It wasn't a big deal to him. And I've met him now, but I don't feel any kind of animosity or friction. I mean, we're really two completely different types of entertainers. He's a comedian who uses ventriloquism. I'm a singer, impressionist, and a comedian who uses all of that to do it. You know?
I think it would be hysterical to see you and Jeff with both your dummies talking, having a four-way conversation. That would be an interesting episode.
Are we touring anytime soon? You know, we tour all the time. In fact, we're going to Troy, Ohio, coming up on December 14th. We're doing Canada on December 15th, and we're going to be doing about 40 dates next year, where we just go all over the country. We want to make sure that the people that can't make it out to Vegas can come see the show, and also it gets them excited to come to Vegas and see it. I learned from a book. Paul Winchell wrote a book called Ventriloquism for Fun and Profit, but luckily nowadays there's a fantastic online ventriloquism course. Tom Crowell, he spent hundreds of hours putting together an amazing course that teaches you how to do the ventriloquism, to work a puppet, to write your own material. It's learn-ventriloquism.com. I highly recommend anyone who wants to get into the ventriloquist business to do it. It'll teach you everything you need to know.
Would you ever, she probably knows you so well, it's like me doing magic for Sandra. She's like, oh, it's there, because she just knows me so well. But do you ever, like, you know, try to like throw her with a voice, or
no,
like?
Taylor hates ventriloquism. She hates
puppets.
Hates she hates puppets. Wow. She doesn't. She won't
pay the
allow
bills?
me.
Doesn't
it pays the bills, but she won't allow me to do it when I'm not working. So it's like, because she says I'm a workaholic. I'm a person that would work all the time if I could. So to keep me alive, because you know I'm 23 years older than her, she wants me to live.
Welcome to the club, brother.
Yes, very nice.
So that's what can happen to you if you're a ventriloquist. You practice hard. You can get a wife 23 years younger than you.
So let me ask you something. That's a beautiful. That does deserve applause. So when you come home, so does she go with you? I know you bring your dogs.
Yeah, she's actually my assistant in my show, and so we work together, we travel together.
So you're the assistant.
Yes.
And what is your job entail? Handling the puppets?
Yeah, not much actually. I have a very easy job. I pretty much just stand there.
Hold on one second. We're gonna play a little game. I'll be right back.
Come on over.
Hold on one second. Set him down over here. Come over here, Terry.
Terry.
Okay.
It looks so real.
This cost me about $400,000.
Okay. Now we're gonna see which one of you has the right sexual orientation. Okay. Okay, here it comes. And I was like, baby.
Oh, I got that. Bieber,
Justin Bieber for the win! Oh, no! Gentlemen, the wonderful Maestro and Terry, everybody.
We'll see you next December 15th for Loyal Saturday. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you. God bless you. And we're going to be coming right up, live, with our next show, which is called?
Next.
Don't move. Thanks so much for watching.